beautiful day for golf.
We're not good enough golfers.
Where is the beverage cart? Can't believe I paid money for this.
Welcome back to another episode of the Ridge Golf Podcast. Boys.
Man.
Sir.
Yes.
I thought you were about to say something. I was like,
Continue.
Yeah, go ahead. I guess first off, I got to say, I have to apologize to Brady. I did try gin this weekend, and not bad. Not my favorite, but it's not bad. That's crazy.
That is weird.
You should say that.
Yes.
Because at the turn, when we were playing around this weekend, I bought the fellas all a surprise beverage. A lovely gin and tonic round for the boys.
And I kind of was thinking, I was like, what is taking Brady so long? It does not take that long to pee and get one drink. And then he all of a sudden he starts strolling out and his hands are just full of cups. And I'm like, we all knew exactly what it was the moment he walked out. We're like, oh, that's gin and tonic for sure.
And you're right.
Everybody enjoyed it.
It's not as bad as I remember it the last time I had it, which was like 15 years ago.
Yeah, it was not terrible. Just tasted like Sprite.
It just has a slight like aftertaste. Like, just a little bit weird at the end, but otherwise, yes, it was very good. I still
nice and
I'm
refreshing
still not going to get
on
it
a hot day.
Any other time. If you buy it for me, Brady, I'll drink it, but I'm not going to order it any other time.
You said nice on a hot day. It rained almost the whole time we were there.
Yeah, but it still felt good.
Yeah. What kind of gin was it?
Rail.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I doubt we're getting top notch.
Fancy stuff, you know.
Yeah.
I believe it was like Kharkov or whatever that very general rail brand is. Yeah.
I had Aviator. That wasn't too bad. Like I could see how you have that with a little bit of like a citrus.
I think, right?
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out.
He sold that, didn't he?
Yeah, he's made it or sold it. I don't know. He's backing it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I thought he still what's one of the ones we carry, and it was not that long ago. It had his picture on, so maybe he did sell it, but he's still like the face of it. I'm sure
he's like an investor or lead investor.
Yeah,
because it's in a couple of his movies. I noticed like the shameless product placement bottle in the background. You know, like
smart.
Yeah.
It was. I could see if you're drinking that, hot day. It's a little fresh, a little refreshing on the lips, but the aftertaste does taste like a little cleaning
product.
Yeah.
What did you mix it with?
Go back and listen to the old draft episode and give me the love I need. Love it deserved.
Yeah. What'd you mix it with, Blake? Just gin and tonic? Okay.
He's having technical difficulties, I believe.
Yeah, I did not hear a word you guys just said. Actually,
what'd you mix it with, Blake?
What'd you mix it with? Just tonic water.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
little squirt of lime juice in there. Delicious.
Yes, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Yes.
That was the only drink I had that day. I was driving.
Yeah, I go from having a screwdriver on the front nine with Tito's in it to that.
Crap.
To a much more high caliber drink. I agree.
No,
bye, Blake.
Not a chance. See you later, Blake. But yeah, I mean, we had a good round with all three of us plus Cody, the much mentioned
stand-up guy.
Stand-up guy.
Actually, a real fall down guy.
Yeah. 2 for 2, I think. The 2 times I've been golfing with him, he's fallen over.
2 rounds, 2 fallovers. Yep.
Didn't get to see this one though. Kind of disappointed.
Yeah, we went to the Platteville Country Club. It's been a while since I've been there. I know Brady's probably been there most recently, I think.
Only played the front 9 the last time. It's been a long time since I played the full 18 there. So it was nice to get around to the backside.
It's a nice course. The greens are, I would say, pretty difficult. Like a lot of them are sloped. Like if you miss,
it's gonna keep going
at all. It's gonna keep rolling.
Yeah,
there were some. There was like 2, 3, maybe even 4 putts that I felt real good about. They were basically on line, and I would just graze the cup edge, and then that thing would go for another 10 feet past the hole or curl around it and just keep going down the hill. Like very exciting.
Can we talk about my putting game though? I was on point.
You did sink some pretty impressive ones out there.
I felt so good about the front 9, and then the back 9. Well, yeah, the back 9 was pretty bad.
The back 6, you mean?
Is that what it was? Yeah,
That was the worst.
It did start the back 6. Yeah, it did.
So we played a game of 6-6-6. So we each had a different partner for 6 holes, and it was me and Alex the first 6.
Crushed it.
We won. And the second 6, it was it'd been Brady and Cody the second, or for the first, and then me and Brady for the second, and Alex and Cody, and we tied. I thought for sure that me and Brady were going to lose, but we tied. So then we just carried over the points to the next.
It wasn't
6.
even close.
And it was me and Cody against Brady and Alex, and me and Cody just crushed them too. We were up by 11 strokes.
You were up by
9
9 strokes after the first 2 holes.
It was tough.
That's how bad it collapsed. Yeah, I was devastated.
On that was the 12th or 13th hole. I think I hit about every tree on that fairway.
Yeah. And it was a slow go that day too, because we had people in front of us. We got kind of log jammed, and
yeah, we had the front 9 was worse. The back 9 kind of went a little smoother, but still wasn't as great.
It was just that group with basically the whole family, 3-4 generations out there, which is fine. Like, I'm all for bringing your kids, bringing old people, whatever you want. But
at least let us go by.
People are constantly on your butt after every shot, like, let them play through. Like, we were the only group behind them. Like, there wasn't anybody behind us. Like, and we were literally after every shot waiting.
We did play some mini games kind of while we were waiting. Like, we would do like Chip, who could get like closest to the tree, and then we did one where it was going to be like the shortest drive, and Jordan switched out my ball with one of those the ones that blow up
powder balls.
Yeah. But since I was doing the shortest drive, I just barely ticked it. It just goes poof, like right in front of
plume of smoke.
And I was like, I'm the strongest man alive. Because
I just shattered that golf ball with a tap.
I legitimately had no idea what was going on for the first few seconds. And Jordan's like, I switched that out. He's like, what a waste. I was like, well, I told you we were doing shortest drive.
That's the only opportunity that I have had that I've like been paying attention, and I'm like, oh, I'll get that ball for you. And I just reach down, switch balls, and like just hit it hard. No, you just tap it. It just barely cracks open and falls apart.
Oh, that was funny though. I'm kind of glad it played out that way instead of a full-blown drive.
Almost made it funnier. Yeah. Just like, am I really that strong? Oh my god!
You should have taped it. Did anybody get that on their phone?
No, we got it.
I should have, but I didn't. I was going to try and get my phone out and try and do it, but I didn't have enough time because Alex takes no time whatsoever in warming up swings or anything. He just goes up and just swings. So I had no chance of it.
Like, keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
Yeah, that was frustrating just waiting the whole day. And then there was the thing that really baffled us. There was a group ahead of us now, given they were waiting too. And this was in the front 9. But they had paid for 2 carts. And this one guy, there was only 3 of them. And the one guy was walking. And that just kind of really... we were already jammed, but like we could have at least hit one off the tee box, at least if he wouldn't have been walking in front. Because it took him so long to get where he was going.
He wasn't in a hurry walking either.
No.
He was really taking his sweet time.
He didn't even have like a push cart or anything. He was legit carrying his clubs.
Yeah. I was like, if he's trying to exercise or something, good for him. It's like, keep it going, man. We gotta we want to move.
And like, why did both those ladies each need their own cart? Like, why couldn't they have just gotten one?
So many questions. So many questions.
Yeah.
We had time to ask and we didn't.
Yeah. Right.
So what's the deal here? What's with the situation?
Yeah. Is this COVID rules still? What are you guys doing? Like, why is this taking so long?
But yeah, it was fun.
Should have sent one into his leg, and then he'd have to ride the cart the rest of the way.
I'm pretty positive that I hit them guys' card on that par 3.
Yeah,
I don't think it was the electrical box. I think it was them
Jordan hit, and it was up in the air, and there was trees, and you didn't see it at
Couldn't
all.
see. You could. I didn't like. I've never golfed, or it's been a long time since I've golfed on that, so I didn't know where the next tee off was because there's trees all around.
Yep.
So I didn't know where it was, and I launched it left of the hole, and we just hear like a big like bang.
Thud. Yeah, thud, bang, whatever.
So we get up there, and there's like an electrical box there, so we thought it was that, but I'm like, no. And then we found my ball, and it was up by the tee box for the next hole, and those guys were still sitting there. I'm like, sorry guys. So I'm real good at hitting golf carts.
One of the funniest things, actually two of the funniest things I thought happened, well, there's still one more really funny thing that happened, but Cody, we were on starting our first hole on the back nine, and he's on the tee box, and it just follows like essentially the parking lot, and he goes up, hits, and as he hits, there's a guy walking away from his truck towards the clubhouse, and Cody hits it right towards the tree where he just parked his truck. And the funny thing is, like, he's done hitting, but that guy's still like, you know what? I'm gonna go move that truck. So he turned back around, immediately went for his truck, and then moved the truck to a completely different spot. And on that same hole, that group that was ahead of us, they had a little kid with them, and like Brady said, like if you want to take your kids and stuff, that's fine. But he like was just skinning all the turf off with his club.
He was tearing up the tee boxes.
Yeah,
like swinging, like he was taking like 3-4 swings, not hitting the ball. It's like he was trying to hit a hockey puck,
but
like,
dig a hole essentially.
Yeah, like it was bad. And between him and Cody digging up the fucking field tee box.
That's where I was getting, because like they had fixed it or whatever, and I don't remember if Cody hit exactly the same spot or if it was the spot slightly down, like between those whatever. But like he did this exactly. He was just making fun of the kid, and then he skins his practice shot immediately. Just skins it right off the tee box. I think that wasn't the last time he did that either. But
no, he didn't.
That little kid we were following also got some pole vault practice in on one of the other par threes when he was using the sand trap rake over across the bunker, going back and forth, freaking pole vaulting that thing.
You gotta have fun while you're out there.
Oh yeah, enjoy yourself.
About,
it's just the little things,
He said, "Please let us pass, please."
Oh, we were. Yeah, we were.
They were not doing that.
No.
We dinked. We was on 16. We dinked around and did some chipping for Brady's fantasy football team. So that got us a little separation from him in the last 3 holes. But
yeah, we sat there, numbered 14 balls, shot all 14 onto the green, paced off each one to see which one was closest, second closest, third closest, et cetera, write it all down, and then started playing the next hole, and we caught them immediately.
Yeah, we caught him on 18. Like,
that's whatever. I mean, I don't know if that kid was actually playing. I don't know if that was what was slowing him up really bad. That one guy, the older guy, was going. He was kind of playing at a slow pace, but yeah, I don't know. They took a long time, and they kept trying to steal our ball. Did you guys have that at all? They kept trying to pick up my ball every time I got close to them, and they'd be like, "Oh, sorry."
No, I keep my ball in the same hole normally, so I don't usually have that issue.
No, I just was too much power and couldn't dial it back.
Too much
power. They're all par fours. I was pulling for par 5.
Sure. Yeah. I had a par 5 where I landed off the green by about 2 feet in 2 and ended the hole with a 9.
Brady's first few holes were rough.
That was a lovely feeling, let me tell you.
Oh boy, that's a way to represent Ridge Golf.
Yeah, it was a pure Blake situation there. As solid over the green, chip it back over, basically rolls off the green, putt it all the way past the hole, almost off the green again. Like, Jesus Christ.
Those when we were leaving, there was 2 guys that made me feel really good about ourselves. We were BSing right by the clubhouse, and they were on the tee box at 9. And the one swung, and it went like it bopped. And one of us was like, "Man, they look professional or something." And the one guy hit, I think it bounced like 2 feet.
I don't think it made it to the ladies' tees.
I don't think it did either. And then the next guy gets up, and it's like, okay, this guy will redeem him. Same exact shot. I'm like, these guys are what I think I'm like, and I can see I'm getting better when I see guys like that.
That happened to me when we were golfing on Friday. Like, first drive, went to just wind up, and I haven't whiffed it in a long time, but this was close. I just felt it pink right on the tip of the club, and then bing, 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 bing. I'm like, oh,
We
that's embarrassing.
for once actually didn't have too many duffs off the tee. Like usually there's like a
Yeah, there
couple of
wasn't really.
those, and we did pretty well for once.
It was not a bad day of golf.
That's good. When
I
was
mean,
that?
I didn't win any of the sixes matches, so it wasn't great. But
I won all mine. So
but I finished with the second lowest overall score. So like, seems weird, but I don't know how that works. Just does, I guess.
Beat me by one.
Math is weird.
We did have one more big eventful thing. Me and Jordan were on the last hole, and we were like in the cart, and I'm like, Jordan, do you hear that? I'm like, something's wrong with the cart. And he's like, no, I don't hear anything. And it was like seconds later, it just sounds like a gunshot going off in our cart. Jordan just looks back and he's like, we just popped a tire. And I was like, holy shit, how does that? I've never even thought that could happen. I was like, how does that happen on a golf course? I don't know. And I had that sound. It was almost like, to me, it makes sense that it sounded like it was expanding, which I know like people probably sounds ridiculous. Tires can do that. They can expand and blow, but that's the only thing I can think of, because for it to pop like that, it wasn't like it was a gradual leak. It was something that actually caused it to pop. And
yeah,
it was very audible.
Yeah, it
Yes.
wasn't. You guys were literally just driving straight. Like it wasn't like you were bouncing over ruts or like doing like it was literally just cruising and just bam.
And
I
it
look
was
over and Wags is like dangling off the side of the cart, and I'm like, "What the hell's going on over there?"
it looked ridiculous. It looked so ridiculous and unprofessional, because it looked like I was a jackass kid who was like goofing around with the golf cart. But what I was doing was taking the weight off of that tire, and it was the bad thing was that was the drive tire.
that was the drive. Yeah,
So we
wheel,
weren't
one
really
drive wheel.
getting
Yeah.
anywhere. Like, it was, believe it or not, it did help, but it was also just ridiculous. Plus, that cart sucked to begin with. It was the slowest cart we've ever seen.
Yes.
Like going downhill, we maybe got to 5 miles an hour. It was
Wait,
terrible.
we would be full.
Didn't have anything to do with the two large men sitting in the front of it.
I know.
What are you talking about?
Talking about the speed or the tire.
What are you trying to say?
Oh, nothing.
But then we tried driving it back, and we did for a little bit, but eventually we're like, this is so
I
bad.
didn't want to.
gotta
Yeah,
just
we didn't want to
stop.
ruin the rim like or anything, because like I tried staying off into the grass, but that's still it would just like thump like the whole way. So
They were cool about it. They were like, don't worry about it. We'll get someone out there and fix it and stuff. But I said, halfway through, I was like, Jordan, I was like, just let me back in, because like I said, I just felt like a jackass hanging out the side of this cart.
yeah,
It just looked like some kids that were just goofing off or something.
You guys ended up just parking it and walking, right?
Yeah.
we got it in like to where the storage sheds were, where they put them away and everything. We just parked it in the grass because it was, like I said, I didn't want to. If they could fix the tire, I didn't see where it blew out, but I'm sure they probably aren't going to fix the tire. But if they could, I didn't want to ruin it any farther, or the rim or anything.
A
That
bunch
one-
of troublemakers out there. I tell
Just
you.
driving it over the green and cart path
Yeah.
and everything go.
The
It
one
was
that-
with the rain. It was nice and slippery out there. Me and Cody got a couple good little donuts and power
Yeah,
slides.
you guys were the one who was screwing around with your cart. Me and Alex were being good
yeah,
citizens.
you guys
and
could
then
go
our
fast
cart
enough
one
to
that
do. You guys could go fast enough to do a donut. We could just turn. Like that's we couldn't do anything fun.
barely.
Yeah, if we slammed on the brakes, we didn't. It's normal brakes. Like there was no sliding or nothing.
Fun.
So number 26. Anyone goes to Platteville, avoid number
Don't-
26.
Yeah, don't
Avoid that cart.
Yeah.
Well, wow, that is totally opposite of my golf game that I had.
I don't
I
want
had
to hear.
nothing. There's nothing to tell. It's very uneventful.
Well, you got to start golfing with us more.
You
A lot of
didn't.
crazy shit happens on
I
our.
say, yeah, that's where all the fun's at.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, it was just normal. Like, it didn't go do good, didn't do bad. It's fine.
What'd you shoot? I want a number.
50-ish, 50, 51, something like that. Wasn't
56. Sure. Yeah.
Oh, and that
Yeah.
was with my par tab score too, so probably
Oh,
higher.
Oh yeah, like more like 60 then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't do that. We
Yeah.
talked about it after, or like in the hole 3 or something.
Yeah, we
Me
should
and
have
Seth
been.
were like, oh, we should have brought bar tabs, but
I like sixes.
we
that was
played-
fun.
yeah, 6s wasn't bad.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good game if for like if your 4 buddies going out. Just that way you get swapped around.
Yep.
It's spread out.
As
you
long as
know.
you're all like even-ish skill range, you know. If you had one
Right.
like ringer, it'd be like, all right, well, this guy's just gonna win every time. But
The bad thing about us playing, and I think we talked about this, was the weather, like, so it was raining, you were wet, but then it was also humid, so you were also not comfortable in other places. It's just a bad mixture of everything. Like, it wasn't great. It wasn't bad, but yeah, it's just the rain kind of sucked.
Couldn't have been any worse than that dude on tour. You guys see that dude?
Oh, that was bad.
Whoa.
That was bad.
Yeah.
Who was that? Do you know who that was?
That was Lucas Glover. Just brutal, man. Just
That's a bad look.
yeah, that is a real bad look, man. Clear outline of that dude's entire butt and crack with the swampy sweat.
Yeah, I feel like khaki is a bad color to choose when it could be that hot out.
Yeah, his
Where
outfit
was-
did him no favors.
Where were they
I mean,
Those
playing?
sponsors got to test that stuff, man.
Yeah, that's rough.
Where was it at, the tournament?
The crotch. Oh,
Oh,
Florida?
that's a question I don't know. Someplace warm.
I
I
think it
was
was
gonna
Florida.
say, yeah.
It was St. Jude, right?
I don't remember.
did you guys hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
That was my kid making a dinosaur sound. If anyone can hear that on the podcast. Golfing a little bit
Memphis.
of dinosaur.
It was in
Memphis.
Memphis. Yeah.
Tell you those noises. I heard it. And I was
Just
like,
total
I don't know
silence.
if anyone else.
And then
was
you
gonna
hear
this.
that in the background.
Kids, we all got them.
Yeah. Anyways, edit this up. Where was it at? Oh, it was in
Memphis.
Memphis.
It was in
Yeah,
Memphis.
yeah.
So
Yeah, it gets hot down there.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, how that. I mean, that's gonna be his identifier anymore. I mean, people will not forget that.
yeah, you
I
hear
was
that
like,
name.
that
You're gonna,
identity.
Yeah, he cannot be taken really professional
Yeah.
anymore. Like, that is, like I said, a bad look.
Maybe he'll get
Well,
some
that's
like gold bond sponsorship for the next tournament or something.
You know what? That'd be a good
Someone
way
should
to
capitalize
yeah.
on it.
That'd
yeah,
be a good way to
just
get
lean
away from
into it, man.
Yeah, lean
Lean
into
into
it.
That I mean, that happened fairly quickly throughout the round, right?
I think that was
It
later.
was like, yeah, it was the majority of the round. And they'd like follow him, like from right behind him
Right.
with camera. And it's just like, come
Yeah.
on, you're not doing this guy any favors here.
Man,
coverage.
Rome.
And I'm sure he's aware of the situation.
Oh,
so that's definitely not
100%.
helping his
can't do anything about it.
You're
though.
aware. Yeah. You're very
Can't you-
aware.
Now, don't you think they'd like let you go change? Like, why would or did he just like was like, I don't care? Like,
You
It's
know, I wouldn't be
whatever.
surprised if there's a crazy golf
There's
rule
a
that's
rule,
like the
yeah.
outfit you start in is the outfit you have to
Oh.
wear.
I don't
I mean,
know.
PGA Rule 13-27B9er. Like,
Yeah,
So
that's
you would be like, you would know that it's happening to you until like somebody like shows you their phone, like the live feed, and you're like, oh my
Yeah.
god.
and you're like, oh shit, I'm trying to play golf here. And now I got to think about this. Like,
Yeah,
Right.
you'd think your caddy would let you know or something too. Like,
hey, by the way, you got a bit of a situation on your hindquarters there, pal.
well.
you had to have known.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me just cover
Probably
this with
doesn't
a
know
towel.
that like it's blowing up in the moment, but like, as soon as he finishes the round, he's got to be like, ah, shit.
I don't. It's weird that he sweated. Like I think on my worst day of sweating, I don't know if it would have been that bad in that area. Like that's what kind of amazed me about it. Like even like my back, like I mean my butt area and stuff. I don't think that sweats like that though. Like that was like wringing wet. It looked like.
It's humid.
It's all
down there.
genetics.
Not so much the
It's not-
heat,
yeah, I don't.
the humidity.
It's all genetics. Some people sweat harder in areas than others.
I'm trying to. I
Yeah.
just did a search for that. I'm trying to see if there is a rule against changing an outfit. So far, I haven't found anything, but I'm gonna keep looking.
I mean, there's got to be like a rare like where the rule they could bend the rules a little bit, where your clothes are almost non-functional anymore.
You would
Yeah,
think
I mean, I don't see why
They-
it would be a big deal. You're
They-
not gaining
they work.
anything by switching.
They work just fine. They're just wet.
And
Yeah,
but
but
That's
Oh,
probably
this
the
is-
thing is like you can't switch because I'm like, oh, when it rains, you could just go change your whole outfit when it's done raining, or like when it starts raining, or I don't know. There's just the competitive advantage if you're able to change because you're extra sweaty. Some people would argue, like,
Right, but then there could be other course be like, dude, we got to get this guy a different pair of pants because ESPN just keeps covering his ass and not concentrating on anything else.
and they're like, the ratings are blowing up. Don't you dare get this guy another pair of pants.
Yeah, there's been
The only
dudes
reason
that have,
people are tuning in.
there's been dudes that have like had to take shots like in the water, like standing in the water and taking shots like right next to it
Yep.
where their ball is, and they'll either go in there with their pants down or like they're not rolled up, and then they have to take their socks and shoes, and they got to put those wet on on their wet feet. They got to put their socks and shoes back on and keep playing. Like they
it's
can't
such a
swap it out.
It's such a different scenario, though. Like, I just would. I feel
like that would be worse.
Yeah, I'd be done golfing probably.
I think wet feet would be the worst scenario in that. Like you're walking,
We
you're probably
literally-
getting blisters.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Literally just had that on Sunday. I had soggy toes.
Yeah.
Mine weren't bad. I didn't have that too bad. But yeah, not fun being that guy right now. Probably.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you lean into it, embrace it. It's funny.
Did he
Yeah,
win? Did he do good? Is there anything he can take away from that that's positive?
I believe he was in the playoff. I don't know if he actually ended up winning or not.
I don't know. Like Alex said, maybe he can turn this.
He did win.
Turn this into a.
Oh, he did win.
See, there you go.
Yep.
Awesome.
So
Yeah,
now he's gonna be leaning into it.
silver lining. Yeah, silver lining. Now watch the sponsorships come up. You could get, like you said, you could get Gold Bond. You could get
Monkey butt.
yeah, Gold Bond. Like there's not a ton of options, I guess, but
Depends.
maybe some new age underwear. Yeah, that just holds in the moisture.
He won that playoff and he took first place and $3.6 million. I think he'll be
All
just
right.
fine.
Yeah, the joke's on
That's
us.
worth it.
He's fine. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'd show someone my swamp ass for $3.6 million.
Well, you still have to win the tournament, Brady.
Yeah, you gotta win.
Well, if they're just gonna give me the money, I'd just do that. For,
Yeah, they didn't give him 3.6 million because he had swamp ass.
You don't know.
It felt so bad for him.
Yeah, they felt so bad. They're like, here you go. That's worth a few mil.
Other stuff I got. We got a download from Melbourne, Australia. That's exciting.
Oh,
right
down
on.
under.
Mm-hmm.
No, and there goes that
There he
download
goes.
Thank you for listening
Brady's-
one time.
from Brady's awful accent.
Good to have it.
Like that
last
comment,
week.
Brady.
That is fair. I thought about trying to do more, but I was like, I'd just butcher it. I better not.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if anything else happened interesting the other day, but that was the tire thing was pretty good.
I got 2 birdies. That's about it.
You guys got to start recording that stuff. I mean, you just had a round of gold.
we had a-
the tire was gonna explode.
Well, you could have got it. Like you could have got a video of Alex hanging out the side while you driving, and then go down to the tire.
But as we discussed in a prior podcast, I'm just put the Pandora station on my phone and chuck it in the cubby and just be out there, enjoy the moment type of guy.
That's true. It's hard, yeah. When you're enjoying yourself, you don't really want to
You
take a break, take videos, but
finance us a photographer just to follow us around, and I believe you're gonna get just lots
Some
of gold out of
gold.
that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I tell you what, man, we need
Oh,
to
you're
get
falling
sponsored by Golf Moose. We've been using Golf Moose like crazy.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a deal.
Oh, that is such a good deal.
Only cost me
$22
$22 to play 18 with a cart. That's a steal.
That is
Yeah,
such a
that's
good deal.
yeah, that's hard to beat that.
Like I said, that's the only places I'll go now is if it has Golf Moose. Oh, that's
You can't
the place
hardly
I'll
get
go.
9. You can't hardly get a
For
9
$22
holes in for $22. Yeah.
Nope.
No.
Group golfer is a good one too.
Is that the same type of deal?
Yeah, it's basically the same. Like,
I wonder if they have some
18 with
different
card
prices.
for half off or whatever.
And the Bucky book, if you got one.
And the Bucky book in
Same.
I've never had a Bucky book.
The only one that we haven't made it to that's in the Golf Moose is Prairie, so we got to go to Prairie next because that does Golf Moose too.
I got a work thing
So
coming up for that
far.
one.
Let's
You
make it
drive,
happen.
That's a
you
little
drive
more.
here, and then someone will drive you there. That way, it's not far.
We just had to drive all the way to you, Brady. What are you talking about?
Well, it's an hour for him to go to Prairie, where it's only a half hour.
I
Well, no,
understand. Like meeting
you,
in
you did
Fenway.
have to go. Yeah, you did have to go farther than we did, but yeah,
Yes.
it's a bad thing about being in small towns. It's everything's pretty far away, but
Make a weekend of it. Hit it as I'm going through to somewhere else.
yeah, you and the family do travel, so I'm sure they'll be heading that way at some
Up
point.
to La Crosse or something. Stop in Prairie, get around in. That'd be nice.
Yeah, yeah,
You guys wait in the car. I'm gonna go
Yes.
golf.
yeah.
I'll be back in 4 hours.
Yeah.
3.
But, all right, fellas. Well, that's our time for the week. Thanks for hopping on.
Yeah.
You know, if
Maybe-
you'd
Maybe
come back,
next time you golf, something exciting will
Yeah,
happen. Like
come
tires
back
popping
and-
or kids doing wheelies and shit.
I hope so.
Come
Cody's
back and
scaring off the cars. That was
Okay.
funny. That dude just pulled right up and was like walking to the clubhouse, saw Cody shoot, and was like, "Nope, I'm moving that thing,"
Yeah.
and drove it to the
He-
complete other parking lot. He's
yeah,
like,
he didn't
"Mm-mm."
even do the opposite side. He went to the other parking lot.
Yeah.
I was like, he already shot. Like the worst part's over, but it was very close to his truck, and that was a nice truck.
I've seen nicer.
Well, I mean, but it's still nicer than when I rolled up in.
What, that van? Come on.
That van was nice. A $300 table in the back of that van, supposedly.
Dang.
Day. That was worth more than the van.
All right,
All right,
guys.
peace out, fellas.
Yeah, I gotta go check
Yep.
on a dinosaur upstairs. So
All right,
Sorry.
bye.
Yeah.
Hope he's not extinct.
Get out of here!